Brand new yarn. Woo! Hey everyone, it's Sarah at Repeat Crafter Me, and today I want to show you a brand new yarn that is now available December 13th, 2023. You can get this on Yarnspirations.com. It is Red Heart all-in-one granny square yarn. This yarn will allow you to create a granny square without having to switch colors. It is already built into the color sequence. So you can keep on stitching with no color switching. So each one of these skeins makes 14 granny squares. So just one of the balls, 14 granny squares, and it allows you to not have to weave in all the ends because you're not color changing every round. So really when you get to the end of your granny square, you only have 2 ends to weave in. I mean, it's so convenient, so perfect. It comes in many, many different shades. I have a little printout, but I'm going to leave you the link. No, my printer didn't print this out so well, so I will leave you the link. You can shop all of the shades, and let's just do one together because there's a couple little tips and tricks I want to show you to making each one of these granny squares. So this one is, let's see what color this is. Soft white hot stuff. All right, let's do it. So here's kind of the trick. You're going to see the granny square on the label. You're going to want to start with that inner square color because each of the colors in the balls have a certain length to them. So you can't just start with the white because the white's already been kind of, well, it's not cut, but it's already been set to the length of this round. So we don't want to start, I can already tell my strand here is starting with white. So we're just going to have to go until we see this color, which it happens to be the next one. So this is actually perfect. I can just, where are my scissors? I'm just going to clip off that little white part. That's fine. If it's a longer strand to get to that kind of center color, that's fine too. Keep that loose strand because you can use it to stitch your squares together at the end, so you're not wasting any yarn. All right, so I'm using a size H crochet hook. Feel free to go up or down a hook size if you're having trouble getting the granny square to work out the way it should with the color changes. I feel like the H is a good size for me and my tension. The pattern is actually going to be on the inside of the labels on each ball of yarn, but we're just going to start and do one together here. So I'm leaving a little bit of yarn here for my tail. And I'm actually going to start with a magic ring. Oop. All right. And I'm going to chain 3. I'm going to make 2 double crochets. So that chain 3 is going to count as my first double crochet. And then I have 2 more double crochets, chain 2. Now make 3 double crochets. Chain 2, make 3 more double crochets, chain 2, and 3 more double crochets. Chain 2, pull tight, and we are going to join to the top of our first chain 3. And look, the color change is almost right exactly there. So we did pretty good. It's already working out. Okay. Now I'm going to go ahead and turn, and I'm joining back to that first chain space. And I'm going to chain 3, and that's going to count as my first double crochet there in the second round. Again, the color changed itself. So I'm making those 2 double crochets. I'm going to chain 2, make 3 more double crochets all in one stitch because this is my corner. Right? Chain 1, that brings us over to that next corner. We're going to make 3 double crochets. a chain 2, 3 more double crochets, chain 1. That brings me to the next corner. I got my yarn a little tangled here. Hold on. There we go. Okay, so we're going over to this next corner. 1, 2, 3 double crochets, chain 2, 3 more double crochets, chain 1. Here's my last corner. 1, 2, 3, chain 2, 1, 2. Look at this, I can already see where the color changes. Ah, so exciting. 3, chain 1. Okay, so I'm going to join to this top of the first chain 3. That counted as a double crochet. Again, this might take a little experimentation just so you can get your tension right and your hook size. Okay, so I joined, and now look, my next color, right here. Pull this out a little bit. Okay, so now I'm going to turn. I'm actually just gonna kind of slip stitch there into that first chain space. 1, 2, 3. And then I'm gonna make 2 double crochets. Okay, so that's my first little granny cluster there in that space. Chain 1 brings us to the corner. So we're gonna do that corner stitch of the 3 double crochets, a chain 2, and 3 more double crochets for our corner. Chain 1 brings us to that middle space. We're just going to make 3 double crochets in that space. Chain 1 brings us to the corner. You know what to do in those corners. 3 double crochets, chain 2, 3 double crochets. Chain 1 brings us to that middle stitch. 1, 2, 3, chain 1, corner. 1, 2, 3, chain 2, 1, 2, 3. Okay. Oop. We got a chain 1, 3 double crochets in that middle. Chain 1. Our last corner here. 1, 2, 3, chain 2, 1, 2, and 3, chain 1. I can see my color changes right here, so we're basically right on. Did I do the chain 1? Yep. Okay, now I'm going to join to that first double crochet there, or sorry, it's the top of the chain 3, which counts as our first double crochet. I can get my hook in there. Okay, this actually gives me a little breathing room here to kind of slip stitch, turn, kind of slip stitch into that same spot. I feel like it works well like that. 1, 2, 3, chain 3, and we're on our next color for our next round. So keep following this kind of sequence, making your granny square. So nice that we haven't had to fasten off any yarn and join in any new yarn. Again, color is built right in, so convenient. Really kind of a genius move here by the yarn creators. I love it. Oop. Try that again. All right, let's just see how this looks so far. Okay, I'm basically right on. You see the color started changing there? If that bothers you, you can just go back a little bit and just make your stitches a little bit tighter. Let's see if this works. Basically made it there. I just need that chain one. Could have gone back farther and made this round a little tighter just so we would have made it, but this is going to look good still. We're just at that little chain there. So we're just going to turn. We're going to make that chain 3. I think this is our last round. Yeah, the white is our last round here. So let's give us some slack there. All right. How beautifully that's turning out. Woo! Perfect. Look at that. We're back to our beginning color, so you can start on your next square. I'm just gonna join. Okay. Oh my gosh. This turned out perfect. I'm just going to cut a little tail there because we're going to weave that in. We won't be able to see it. I see that little color change at the end. So look at that. Only 2 ends to weave in. It color changed so nicely. I am just thrilled. I hope you guys are getting excited about this yarn as much as I am. So what do we do with them? Well, a lot of things. Blankets, totes, how about a granny square stocking because it's the holiday season. Speaking of the holiday season, let me show you what I am about to do with these. Quick and easy project. And of course, I'll leave lots of links to patterns and other ideas. But I hope you guys check out this new yarn. I will leave the links to all the shades and for you to shop for that right away.